and I was told that this is Samson with his 2 week out update. I'd be thinking, it probably should be in a little better shape than. You are watching Muscle Central. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and leave a comment. Okay, Samson Dauda wins the 2024 Tsunami Pro. That was in France. I would say he dominated. Nobody expected him not to win. He dominated, but I wouldn't go as far as saying that it was a knockout, which it should have been. He looked good, Samson, there's no doubt about it, and there's absolutely no question that he won. He deserved to win. The only issue I have with it is that if I was shown these images of him, and this is 2 weeks out from the Olympia, if I was shown these images of him and video clips of him, and I was told that this is Samson with his 2 week out update, I'd be thinking, it probably should be in a little better shape than he is in these images 2 weeks out from the biggest show in your career, and the fact that your issue really is conditioning. You would think that if things are fixed and conditioning issues fixed, that 2 weeks out would probably be looking a little better than this. So that gets me to think that as far as conditioning wise, and he's big enough. I mean, for his frame, he can definitely handle some more weight, and he might go up in weight a little bit, but size is not the thing. It is the conditioning. And I'm getting the impression that the issue is not really being corrected. Milos Sarchev, who used to work with him, when asked why doesn't Samson get in shape, he simply says he doesn't want to suffer. I can remember going back listening to Kevin Levrone on some of his tapes, talking about 6 weeks before the Olympia, leading up to the Olympia, or probably any big show for that matter. I think it was the Road to the Olympia series. He was eating nothing but fish and vegetables and doing 2 hours of cardio a day. That's suffering. If Milos is correct, and the issue is Samson doesn't want to suffer, now that he's working with a new coach, his wife is taking over and everything. And it wouldn't matter whether it was his wife or if it was another big name coach. That's irrelevant. If he's not willing to do some of the necessary things that needs to do to achieve the look that we want to see him bring to the stage, that I'm sure he wants to bring to the stage. There's an old saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Go by what I'm seeing, and I mentioned it before in videos, that I'm not so sure that Samson is going to be able to not only improve on last year's placing, at the very least maintain it, looking at what I'm seeing now, and I'm not saying he probably won't be in the top 5, but he might not be in the top 3. And keep in mind, after 3rd place, unless you're a former Mr. Olympia, you have to qualify again. Doing a show, he gets a qualification for next year's Olympia. Do you think maybe he was thinking in the back of his head that I might not be able to pull it off this year? Let me get an early qualification out of the way. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But my opinion, what I saw of Samson at this Tsunami Pro, and once again, I'm not saying he didn't look good, but what I saw of him, I am not very confident that he is going to bring the conditioning that he needs to bring. And if he doesn't, this is going to be a tougher year than last year. He might not be quite as pleased with his placings as he might otherwise be. Okay, you can agree or disagree with anything I've said. Either way, let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.